Hey, what's up everyone? We are here with Teamfight Tactics patch 9.18. So first I was a little sad that they announced the items for 9.18 but then delayed it to 9.19, because I was very happy about the changes in meta and stuff they would have bring to us. But then I read this patch notes and I thought I have to record this, because this is exactly what I wanted since patch, I don't know, 9.10 or so. This is exactly what I want. It's amazing. Okay, they changed the meta completely. They destroy all this 3-cost minion pools stacking. They completely destroy the tactic that you would have in level 8 comp every single game and finish with level 8. And every time you would just have this 6er comp with a Pantheon and a Leona stacked on top of the Guardians just to reach that perfect level 8 comp every single game. So what they did is, first of all, they changed the mystery box system on an amazing way. So in PvE rounds, basically this mystery box, there are I think 2 boxes, one common box and one rare box. So in the common box it either contains gold, like 2 or 3 gold I guess, champions and Nico's help. So what's Nico's help? Nico's help, this is amazing. It places, so it basically gives you a copy, a 1 star copy on whatever unit you place it on. So let's say you get an early legendary unit like a Swain or a Yasuo. You can just basically with Nico's help almost get the level 2 Yasuo. You just need another Nico's help or Yasuo to basically level them up. You just get a copy like that. It's only worth, I would say, for either getting the level up on a specific unit or to save it for a 4 or 5 cost unit. Pretty cool, I like it. It's going to change up a lot in this game, and also in this patch they take out a lot of this luck dependence in games. They balanced it pretty much. Good players will rank up fast, bad players will drop fast, consistently. And okay, so what else did they change? Uncommon boxes contain item components, gold, champions or Nico's help. Okay, there are 3 boxes types, and rare boxes contain either spatulas, full items, probably a lot of gold, champions or Nico's help. So now you can even get champions from boxes. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if they're all 1 star or maybe even higher. So okay, every player gets approximately the same number of boxes across a single game. Okay, this is not that important, how many boxes you get. More important is every player gets about the same number of items every single game. This is huge. This is actually where I said that good players will rank up fast. This just brings a lot of consistency into this game. The only downside to it is that I think TFT was a lot of fun, especially because you were able to be luck dependent kind of and get out of bad situations. Let's say you get only 3 items in one game, happened to me a lot of time, and you still finish top 2. Those kind of things are basically gone by now. We're not that luck dependent, but instead they give you Nico's help and champions, which is completely luck dependent still. You will get the same amount of items anyway. So the next big change is the XP adjustment. So what did they do? They changed basically the amount of level you will need so every round to level up. This is pretty big. Why? I don't really like this change that much, because it's going to make games much longer. Lot longer. Why? Because you will have less players and less damage on board in one case, and on the other case you will have now you can play the game a lot more individually due to this change, because, so pro tip from me, I would say you approximately more or less want to wait, unless you're having a really good win streak. Before you want to level, you probably want to wait exactly 2 level ups before the next level and level up like that. That's pretty consistent tip you can use for now until there are strategies for leveling, because this patch is pretty new right now and everyone who just levels randomly is going to lose to your level tactic if you use that. So what this changes is that games will last longer. People are more going to play level 6 and level 7 comps. So level 8 comps basically are more or less dead, because if you go for a level 8 comp you're probably going to die or lose a lot of health and be weak and not be able to refresh later. So they make leveling more punishing and refreshing more benefiting. So next change, champion teardrop rates. So they changed the teardrop rating, especially for 1-cost units, a lot, like by a ton, by 5% in the early stages by level 3. Yeah, nothing else really special, I believe. So they completely took out 5-star units. I mean 5-cost units at level 6. Nothing too special other than that. So you will have a higher chance at level 9 to get, probably still going to look at level 7 for 4-cost units and still looking at level 8 for 5-cost units. I think that's not going to be changing too much, only that 3-cost units are going to be weaker. So on top of that, the champion pool size, they dropped the tier 3 champions pool from 21 to 18. It's another nerf to 3-drop champions. So demon stacking with Morganas, Aatrox's cannon, all those 3-cost units that are really strong are going to be weakened by a lot, because you're going to have a much harder time leveling them up. And if another player takes that unit from you and doesn't sell it, you are basically not going to be able to level them up. So okay, another thing change, a bug fix basically, that you can stack Humos, Knights, Red Buff, like these items with active effects that can't be doubled. So instead, if you put them on top of each other, they're just gonna bounce off. I don't know, probably for those people who put 2 Humos on their Kassadin just to test it out. Not that I'm one of them. Okay, next change. So the new 9-piece bonuses. Okay, so basically just because you have a higher chance to get more spatulas in the game due to those boxes changes. Basically 9-piecing assassins or 9-piecing sorcerer is a possibility. I think it's pretty cool change, especially that they include so many new spatulas due to these boxes. Gives a lot more individuality into the game, and you're not like going to be forcing comps anymore that much. You're more likely individual play and individual thinking is going to be rewarded a lot more, while just looking up a website and going for that comp. Not that I didn't do it, I did it as well because it helps a lot. And just forcing one of those comps due to your items. That was the strategy till now, and now due to the spatula changes and these individual things, it's much more rewarding just to play with the flow, see what you can get, and then just transition into one specific comp. Yeah, we will see a lot more like 9 assassins, but like nothing on top of that. Maybe a 2 demon bonus, 2 what do I know, whatever bonus. I like it. It's going to bring change. It's going to make it rewarding. These risky plays are going to be really rewarding. It's not about only stacking Jinxes and Dravens or only going demon with Eve and whatever. Okay, so general adjustments, we just see here Elementalist, armor buff to the golem, absolutely necessary because it's a huge thing. He gets all those auto attacks and spells and whatever. Increasing his armor is good. I think increasing his MR was necessary as well, or health. But yeah, after the cannon nerf, Elementalist is not going to be as strong in my opinion anymore. Well, Brand is still really strong, but he's just going to be out damaged by Draven or Jinx. at level 2, I believe. So elementals might not be as strong anymore. So knights, they changed the 4 knight and also no, the 4 knight and the 6 knights bonuses. It's whatever, still pretty bad in my opinion. And assassin jump delay just got increased, probably to reach those ashes in the corner. Okay, we got tier 1. So Camille, for the champion changes, Camille got a bit slightly buff, still trash. Elise, Spiderling attack damage increased. Wow, that's actually really good. This isn't a bad change, especially in the early stages. If you get the tier 2 Elise, she's actually A tier probably now in the early game comps. Especially if you can get your like 3 shapeshifters, Jace, Nidalee, and the tier 2 Elise, she's really good. Like that 10 extra damage for Spiderlings, if you put even in like 2 Elises, just imagine 1 cost Elises, first round, and one of them spreads, you just basically get, I think, 40 extra attack damage per attack from a Spiderling. That's huge. Late game, mid game still trash, but early game really good. I like this change, making Elise an early game champion. Okay, Graves. Increased armor, whatever. It's a melee with spreading auto attacks. I really don't like Graves because no one's playing Gunslinger. Well, maybe due to the XP changes, Gunslinger's coming back. Gunslinger, Late Master, Pirates. Is he going to be played? Maybe. I mean, he seems to be stronger than a lot of 2 cost units. If you look at it this way, if you maybe can put in some items. Okay, Kassadin got nerfed, damage nerfed, so the assassin Kassadin thing, yeah, it was pretty annoying in my opinion. Good change. Kha'Zix, it's not going to change much. Not going to change anything. Kha'Zix starting total mana got increased to 65, so his first Q, yeah, basically they make Kha'Zix a complete early game champion now. Mid game to late game is going to be useless. So yeah, that's basically like all tier 1 units should be. Camille's still completely useless in my opinion. Tier 2 units. So you got Pyke starting mana lowered, okay, fine by me. Making him more a mid game champion probably. And just nerfing his early game. It's fine. And he's going to need 2 auto attacks instead of 1. That's actually a huge nerf to Pyke if you put double tier on him. So Twisted Fate, health got increased, not going to change much. And Twisted Fate, blue card mana got increased as well. Ooh, this is nice. From 35 to 50 level 2 Twisted Fate. It's really common to get him level 2. This is nice to play in sorcerer comps. Just to put him like in front of your Aurelion Soul or Karthus or whatever. You could even play him in Elementalist now. Pirate Sorcerer might be an option. Especially with much tankier Graves, maybe. Who knows. Well, Pyke got nerfed though. Pirates are so reliant on Pyke, so yeah, Pirates overall got nerfed. And I don't think they buffed GP, so yeah. Okay, tier 3. Evelyn Execute, so only 50% threshold. Fine by me. Evelyn Execute multiplier. Oh god, this is huge. Okay, level 2 Eve was really strong. Level 3, no one goes for level 3 Evelyn anyway. Because she falls off late game way too much, because everyone just stacks dragon skin. Okay, this multiplier is actually huge. Like without items, Eve is not going to be as strong. With items, she's still going to rock mid game. Katarina mana got decreased to 85. This is really big, especially for Imperial comps. Because it's going to make her able, if she was more tanky, she could ult more than once. It's still too high in my opinion for her to ult. I think they still need to change the concept of Katarina to make her less damage and just like benefit from Imperial buffs and instead just give the enemy the red buff, debuff, Morello debuff kind of with her ultimate. That's would make her somewhat of a support, but I think they should go for it instead of just making her this high damage ultimate, but you probably won't be able to ult every second game, every second round. So yeah, it's kinda trash, and you don't really want to item stack her when you have things like Swain or Draven. Tier 4 Akali ability damage got increased. Interesting. Don't forget she can crit. This is a double buff basically to Akali, especially for level 1. Gets 100 extra damage on one of her Qs if it crits. That's not bad. Pretty good. Making level 1 Akali really strong again. Maybe it brings back Ninja Assassins, I don't know. I really don't like that comp. Tier 5, Anivia ability duration, 800 damage over 8 seconds to 800 damage over 6 seconds. Okay, big. This actually makes Elementalist really strong. You might even consider switching out the cannon for the Anivia instead of Lysandra. Not only do you get the Glacier buff, but also you just get insane damage now on top of the attack speed slow. Like Rangers, Draven comps, goodbye to Elementalist. They just hard counter, you know, if they have an Anivia, especially if she's like level 2 or so. Also Pantheon health got decreased, totally necessary. He was completely overpowered, tanky, damage dealing, and this Morello effect. He was basically one item and tank in itself. It was huge. 2 items if you got Dragon. Just imagine you get a Dragon skin and a Morello for free. Like what the fuck. Now he just does a Morello and Dragon skin with less health, still completely overpowered, still always buy and play a Pantheon. Even if he deals less damage, it's not about that, it's about the Dragon skin, the tankiness, it's about the Morello effect on the enemy. And that's done basically. Okay. This is not going to be enough, as I say, to nerf him. Every time you play either Aurelion or Shyvana, he's a must buy, but on top of that, even if you don't play them, he's still going to be bought. Even though they nerfed the Guardian comps basically by decreasing the level 8 possibility, maybe level 5 comps will benefit from playing Guardians. Maybe in Rangers, instead of playing Knights, you play Guardians and a Carthage or something like that, I don't know. Because Pantheon's still OP in my opinion. If you can't get the Morelos, you play Pantheon. That's the thing. Or you just buy a Sejuani and buy a Morelos. That's much harder to get. You can basically get 1 item extra for your carry if you get a Pantheon. And just don't go for Morelos instead. Okay, but now they decreased the health, so Morelos still gives you a bit of tankiness, which Pantheon doesn't have anymore. Okay, items. So BF Sword attack damage decreased, fine by me. Late game pretty strong, early game complete trash. Frozen Heart debuff duration got increased to 4 seconds, still trash. Locket of Iron Solari 250 to 6 seconds for 300 of 7 seconds. Ha. I think no one's going to play Locket still, not even Assassins. It's not that, you know, it never really was the issue for Assassins, you know. The only comp that could use Locket is Assassins. Why? Because they're 1, lined up together, and 2, not only their tanks but also their carries can be focused. But the thing is, if you have Assassins that die to getting focused, you don't have a good Assassin comp or good Assassin items, because you usually want to run either some kind of Bloodthirster or Hextech Gunblade to heal your assassin, main assassin, carry assassin, or you just want to stack them with Infinity Edge and complete damage and rapid fire and whatever, to just annihilate the enemy before he can deal damage to you, because their carriers now are going to focus your carry assassin. That's the thing about them. So Locket's still trash in my opinion, and on top of that, you shouldn't forget that Yordles are going to be really strong this patch. So in that case, you want to use the item components to either build AP and go ability damage, or you want to usually, like, Locket is not going to be your go-to item in no comp ever. Locket's still trash. if they made a permanent shield for 250 but unstackable, that would be much smarter in my opinion. But this way it's just bad. Okay, Sword Breaker, chance to disarm, 25% chance to disarm for 4 seconds, now to 33% to disarm for 3 seconds. Good change, higher chance, but lower reward basically. It's going to make attacking one unit the same unit, if it's a tank unit you disarm, much like it's going to be punished a lot if you just attack a Cho'Gath with, I don't know, 2k health and you just take forever to him to kill him. The enemy carries are going to destroy you, but if you should be able to get a carry, one of the enemy carries with this arm, it's a really good change. A balance change basically. Still good on gunslingers and probably now buyable on assassins to just go on the enemy Draven or whatever with it. You probably, instead of a Blitzcrank, oh, you could put it even on a Blitzcrank now. That might be a thing. If you go Brawlers, you have that one extra Blitzcrank. You can just get this on a carry. Might be a thing. Maybe also on assassins. Yeah, but getting this on tanks is pretty bad usually. It's still, you know, doesn't allow Cho'Gath to probably ult if he's level 1, but once he's level 2 he's going to ult from the damage taken. So Zephyr, banish duration from 5 seconds to 6 seconds, still trash item. Only situational item, really good if you go against someone who has a really weak front line but really strong carry backline. But once you reach a higher elo, that's not going to happen. So low elo, good item, high elo, really bad item. Bug fixes, there are a bunch of now bug fixes with Morgana ability now work. Consistent, you can read through this if you want to. Also they added a new soundtrack, interesting. I never play with music, usually play always my own in game. So yeah, this is the patch 9.18, huge buff, I mean huge changes. It brings a totally new meta, and then with the items on top, I think this patch is going to change the meta more than the next patch coming, even though it brings items and whatnot. Okay, we still don't know the balance changes for next patch, but I think this patch is going to be the biggest influence on meta so far. Yeah, especially to this item box system, definitely. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel to being updated, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.